more gold back to the team. But again, Durenji paired with the Chow as well. That's going to be really interesting to see how Impunity actually navigate that little lady with her teleports, because again, such a fantastic utility to your team is the Chow, and I think this could make or break this team come for Impunity in game 1.
And here, game 1 is just about to begin. LGD starts off aggressive, invading in towards the enemy jungle. Pig does get one of the camps away from Black, and here Black is really under pressure here. They're constantly putting a lot of focus, a lot of pressure on towards Black, not letting the Dun have such a great early game in the jungle. And you can see he does struggle a little bit, especially with Dun needing a good start to go into his mid game. Having 2 of his jungle camps stolen is not a good start.
Yeah, no, I mean, he doesn't have the fastest of clear in the early game anyway. I mean, he does generally favor in the lanes where he has those empowered abilities from his skills as well. I mean, empowered basic attacks, sorry, from those skills. So, again, the only real reason, or the only time it starts to speed up for Dun is when he does get his ultimate, where he can use that chain throw over the wall just to start to clear a little bit faster. But like I say, taking those 2 camps from Dun early games is a little bit troublesome. It's definitely not the pace you want to start on. It's definitely not the foot that you want into the game 1 against LGD, especially with their team comp, with the likes of the Liempo roaming heavily around that mid lane towards Clash lane and then helping out Pei as well. But we're seeing a picture being painted down here in the farm lane. Ali having to 2v1 against the Chow, against the Direnji, but now she teleports out of there. This is the effectiveness of the Chow. You may think she's in that lane, and you may be thinking you are safe, but she can teleport faster than any other hero in this game and offer some great utility. But again, Clash lane having a lot of pressure being pushed onto the side of Impunity right now, as well as the mid lane. So the only lane that was winning was the farm lane in terms of the minion priority, but now that's been taken away from them pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's how much pressure you can get off with, you know, 2 to 3 heroes early on in your enemy's jungle. And Dun is suffering a little bit. Black that doesn't have a great start, and he needs to get some kills to get back into this game. Engagement towards the mid lane, but just a little poking and prodding from the Lysian top lane. They're trying to gank on towards their lane, but not the easiest hero to gank. He doesn't even need to use his ultimate to get out of there. So he's going to be A-okay, and it's a 1,000 gold lead going towards the way of LGD.
I think that's one of the beautiful things about the lane hero as well, is the amount of CC immunity with that first skill when you proc it. If you manage to just stack up those basic attacks to get that first skill, enabling that CC immunity when it comes to the Chow popping down those little ramps to try and stop you, to try and knock you a little bit, it's not going to work, and you're just going to get met by 2 twin blades just constantly just chopping away at you like a bit of wasabi on the gorge. But it's getting to that almost very important 4-minute mark here. We're seeing a big presence down in the farm lane, as well as that Tyrant is up in 20 seconds time. And obviously those that have the better footing on the farm lane generally have a better bet at going for the Tyrant as well and claiming it, because obviously early game, no one's quite died yet, no one's done enough damage. Taking that Tyrant is going to give you that extra damage.
Overlord and Tyrant have
Yeah, and we see LGD already in position to try and fight this. They do have the Haynor for the long-range poke. He clears out the mid lane very quickly as well, just with 2 of his burst skills. So that's going to allow him to be in position early. But now, Impunity rotates all 5 members here. Even with the Da Chao having the ultimate, they're not going to use it and instead are going to position the members here, which allows LGD to continue farming on the other sides of the map. So they're utilizing their little farming time more, and looks like LGD might just give this up towards Impunity.
Tyrant has been defeated.
Oh, okay, so Impunity takes the Tyrant, whilst we saw that Pei was helping himself to Dunge jungle. But again, we see that LGD is already headed gold, so that could be a bit of a better trade for them as they get that first tier turret in the Clash lane as well. So yes, they may get Tyrant on the side of Impunity. There's been no kills that have been given over because LGD have just had a fantastic rotation in this early game, but they also have the gold difference in their pocket as well. But Derenji is looking to try and take a side lane for the side of Impunity. He manages to take the farm lane first tier turret, but then that is a quick response by LGD, taking a second tier turret 5 minutes in. Are we looking at a pre-10-minute match here for LGD, sorry, Zero?
For the past.
They're just waiting for their power spikes, their item timings to come out. They need the pay to have one item before he's able to really join the fight and deal damage. And before that, they just want to play a bit more passive. Arlie's trying to poke and prod. Zer taking a lot of damage there, but being the Lianpo, he's able to regen that out really quickly as well. So not too much being taken away here from LG. They're still ready to take the next fight.
It looks like it. Elaine here sitting in the bush, hopefully trying to pick off one of the unsuspecting members of Impunity, but they are able to respond in the farm lane, respectively, getting that farm lane first tier turret as well. So that's 3 turrets for the side of LGD. No kills yet, but this is what the difference is of Honor of Kings against other games, is that kills aren't everything. It's just all about that tempo, and there's a death on Sunset straight onto the Chow. And then again, he is not done yet. Siang is still in a little bit too deep. Unfortunately, it is a 1-1 trade between Impunity and LGD. But again, turrets are just being taken from Impunity just under their feet. They just don't know what's quite going on here.
Yeah, overall, I think that trade definitely favors LG. They were able to take away the blue buff away from the Dun as well. So again, this hero without a fantastic start is okay at best, and without a snowballing of a game, you really see that hero really fall off as LGD is going to go for the Overlord, will get it, and that's going to allow them to put more map pressure across the map.
Yep, so picking up that Overlord, they didn't quite get the Tyrant, but has the Tyrant really helped Impunity in this game one? Yet not quite. Obviously, they don't have the buff as it only does last for a minute, but that Overlord coming through will definitely be helpful in trying to get this mid lane first tier turret, because for those that watched Season 1 and watched any previous Honor of Kings tournaments or even played a game know how important that mid lane turret is, because if that goes down first or even quite early in your game, that allows pay. I mean, even though LGD have been giving themselves access to Impunity's jungle anyway, that mid lane turret has not stopped them, and here it is. The Vanguard does come round with Arlie, so JR picking up that first tier turret in the mid lane. It's looking quite shaky here for Impunity, but they are looking for a macro play into the Clash lane to try and at least take another turret from the side of LGD. But we do have a rotation here from Elaine and Pei, looking at a scissor movement between Dachau and Dharma.
Yeah, LGD's looking for a fight right now. They want to try and get something done, try and get some kills, but Musang King might be the one in trouble. Here comes the ultimate from the Dachiao. The Musang King will fall, and Elaine still going. Arlie gets a kill on towards the Dharma. Here comes the ultimate coming from the Lianpo. They're going straight for the DNJ, but DNJ is so fast, so agile, being able to deal damage while trying to run away, and he will survive the Dachiao down to very low HP. The Arlie trying to give chase. Can he find his target? Trying to teleport away. No, both go down.
Double kill.
2 double kills going over to JR on the Arlie. The life step coming through quite well there. Just clutching the escape thanks to Dachau. Was Megumi there in that mid lane. Almost get taken down by Hino and the Li and Po, but this is already looking at an unsettling pace here for Impunity game 1, because they are pretty much back towards those higher ground turrets right now, as Pei is just able to have a lot more freedom in that jungle, knowing that they have pushed them back a little bit. They've managed to get a double kill here, but again, may get pick up here onto JR, but it's not going to be the case. There's that teleport coming in through Dachau, and then Dharma getting the kill onto the Lianpo. It's not done yet. We see that Arlie goes down as well. JR gets paid back for that double kill onto the side of Impunity.
Yeah, they thought they got a free kill on towards Megumi, but he called the troops. Everybody teleported towards the top lane. Megumi was able to back off, heal the foe, and then come back because of her ultimate. So that's going to be huge. Therefore, Impunity gets them back into the fight. But here, it's not a fight you want to fight.
Oh.
Black has to back away. Done in trouble. Zihong will get the kill. Elaine pops the ultimate. Will go for the Dharma. Dharma trying to fight back. Megumi will save his teammates and will be able to back off as well.
That was a beautiful recall there. It's just so clutch, and this is why I like that the Chow coming through. And this is what we really missed in Season 1 was just the amount of not just playmaking, but being able to aid her team so well. It's just, it gives you like a second life without Sage's Sanctuary coming through. It's just like, no, boop, see you later, back to base, you come back, and we'll definitely try that again. But LGD managed to pick up the Tyrant, the Shadow Tyrant, I have to say, going into Game 1. So they already have 3 pickups in the jungle, 6 turrets against 2 and 1 on Impunity. But there seems to be a takedown here on the Shadow Overlord. There's going to be no contest here for the side of Impunity because all their lanes were pretty pushed until they had to stop it at that higher ground turret, because if it weren't for that, those Shadow Vanguards coming through could really ramp up the effort for this team to push these high ground turrets a lot quicker than we thought.
Yeah, LGD definitely in the driver's seat at the moment. 6,000 gold lead. The Halo is already online. He's doing a lot of damage from a good safe range. And for those who are not familiar with how that hero works, he can basically heal to almost full as long as he gets his ultimate off. So very elusive, very far range mage that can really be great in sieging these high ground towers, because having a low cooldown skill, poking and prodding, the damage does start to rack up. And that's going to allow LGD to really break through this defense on towards the high ground.
Yeah, there's a massive offense here going on the side of LGD. We see that Lian going straight into the back of the line there. That was amazing. That was almost like, what, a 4-man knockup, 3-man knockup. There it is, confirmed in game. And then Ali takes down the high ground turret thanks to the Shadow Vanguard as well. Down goes the mid lane high ground turret as well. Dharma looking to try and push this Shadow Vanguard from advancing that crystal any further. But we see LGD have backed off for now. They're like, yo, we've taken all your turrets. We're going to let you breathe for just a minute second. They are going to wait for that next minion wave to come through so they can push and hopefully take Game 1, it seems. But Impunity are definitely backed against the wall with a 35k gold difference to the 43. So overall, an 8k gold difference teetering on that 9k. LGD looking to be the winners and the closers of this Game 1.
Yeah, that push towards the high ground on all 3 lanes was just so clean there for LGD. Only losing 1 member, and he was the sacrificial lamb anyways. They were more than happy to let go of the Lianpo if it means they get all 3 lanes. But here, they're trying to go for the push. Lianpo has his ultimate. He's going to use it. The Dun will use his ultimate to get away back to safety. Hey, no, trying to base on ultimate. Dharma gets nuked down. The lane goes towards the back line. That's going to be trouble there for the ladies, and the Lee Zhen will fall. So will the Dun, and they are down to last 2 heroes. Hey, no, trying to back off very low, and will be able to survive. Only the Da Qiao as well as the Diren Jie left alive.
They are really holding out hope here on the side of Impunity, but that second minion wave does come through, and there's only Direnji and the Chao to try and stop it, but that crystal is being taken down just like the Chao almost did at the end there. So game